Good afternoon, good evening, good night, wherever you find yourself on the timeline. Today is August 24th, 2025, and I'm coming to you from Lake Superior Park in my tent. It's currently raining outside, so I had to resort to sticking in my tent for a few hours now. I'm here with Little Cloud, my pigeon, and we are here to celebrate my late son's death anniversary. He would have been 9 this year today. And Little Cloud, the reason why I brought him is because he was laid as an egg on my late son's birthday 3 years ago. So it's sort of his egg-laying birthday. His actual hatch day is September 11th of all days. So I wanted to talk to you guys about a cool little synchronicity that happened. It started a couple of days before I went on the trip. I had a girlfriend come over and we were having lunch, and I felt compelled to show her this walking stick that I made. And at the bottom of the walking stick, I had carved in one of the burls the great water lynx spirit. And forgive me if I'm wrong with the pronunciation, but I know it as Mishipishu. And the great water lynx spirit protects Lake Superior. It's the protector of water and of copper. I feel very drawn to that protection. I live in a mining town, and I don't really necessarily agree with mining, and I do have high beliefs about the spiritual sense of water. Water is life, and it's very important to take care of it, especially with all the mining going on around Sudbury. So I'm getting a little off track now. So I showed my girlfriend the walking stick that I made, and it had Mishipishu on the bottom. And I started my trek having to go down to the Gargantua entry point, and Gargantua, whichever way you want to say it, it's what the French settlers called this area. It is not the First Nations name for it. So I got some teachings yesterday when I came into the park, and I ended up getting passed by the coordinator of a ceremony that was going on. And lo and behold, he asked me if I wanted to go to the ceremony because he's seen Little Cloud, and I explained to him who Little Cloud was and how he represents the pigeon rising, or the phoenix rising, of my late son. So he invited me to join them for some teachings, and he felt that it was the perfect timing for me to meet me and to have me there with them during the ceremony and the teachings. So I decided to go a little off track from my trek, and I meet everybody that was at the ceremony, a bunch of lovely people, and I got teachings. And one of the teachings was about Mishipishu. I was like, wow. He talked about how the night before it was raining very hard, and he was speaking about how the thunderbirds were coming in and throwing lightning. And so that's what this scene was the night before I showed up. And then he started talking about Mishipishu. But the whole just about the ceremony was about crossing over to the spirit side and when you die. And he spoke of the eastern gate, why you enter a lodge or a sweat from the east side, and why you never exit from the west side, because the west side is you leaving to the spirit side. So it was very interesting that I run into him while I'm on a journey with my pigeon to celebrate my late son's birthday. So, and he talked to me about how the area that I was coming to was very sacred. And of course, I just naturally had picked that area to come to honor my son. So they call it the Devil Chair. But it does have a different name, a different indigenous name. So I'm really grateful that I had the opportunity to speak to the people there about Little Cloud and about how I started my mission before me getting Little Cloud, and how I got his grandparents, and just the whole history behind him, and how special he is to me. And it's beautiful when things work out. the way they do, you know, synchronistically. Spirit guided me to be here for that. Had I not left when I did in the morning, I would have never met him. So it's really neat. And there was a few folk from Sudbury. It was Batchewana First Nations that was putting on the ceremony because it is their territory. So it was really wonderful to be able to take part in that, and I sure hope to be able to meet them again. So I just wanted to share that cool little synchronicity while I have some time to talk your ear off from my tent. So thank you so much, and I hope you all have a beautiful day, morning, evening, night. Cheers.